The Pittsburgh Steelers have signed one of the best guards in football, and to me, the top guard in all of free agency, Issac Seumalo of the Philadelphia Eagles. He stays in the state of Pennsylvania, and I didn't think the Pittsburgh Steelers would be the place for Seumalo, given the fact that they just signed a free agent guard in Nate Herbig, who I thought was going to be one of their starters this year, or at least competition for that interior offensive line. On top of that, the Pittsburgh Steelers already had decent guards. They had, of course, James Daniels and Dotson as well. So I'm a little confused on how Seumalo fits in. Obviously, paying him a 3-year, $24 million deal is a pretty substantial contract for a guard. And two things on that. I believe he's going to start at left guard. There's no doubt about it. I would also expect James Daniels to start at right guard. But I do wonder how the tackle position develops, because that's the position of weakness right now for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Does that move Dotson potentially to a tackle position, or does that open up the Steelers to be more flexible with their offensive line? Maybe they're just looking for great depth on the interior of their offensive line. Who knows exactly what their plan is? But I can't blame them for signing this player, because the guard market is weird. The guard market doesn't make any sense. When you talk to Tom Brady, when you talk to Peyton Manning, when you talk to Drew Brees, probably even Ben Roethlisberger, they would say that interior pressure is what affects the quarterback the most. Interior pressure for a pocket passer is the most disruptive in terms of accuracy, rhythm, and feel. When you get players in your face, it's difficult play to play to set your feet, to manipulate the pocket, move enough to throw the ball. If there's tackle around the edge, a great quarterback in the pocket can always step up and throw the ball. That's what they want to do. But if that interior pressure comes, they have to slide around. Now, Kenny Pickett's a young quarterback. I understand why they're making these moves. They want to protect their young quarterback. They want to make sure that he has time to throw. They want to make sure that he has time to manipulate the pressure, because Kenny is really good at buying that extra second to throw the football. He is a playmaker back there, and having that extra second definitely will help him moving forward. I'm just a little confused why they didn't target a tackle. But I do like Issac. He only allowed 1 sack this past season. He's been very consistent for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's yet again another loss for the Philadelphia Eagles. Issac Seumalo is 6'4", 303 pounds. He moves very well. He can move in space exceptionally well. And that's what Pittsburgh's been trending towards as of late. The last couple of years, they've been looking for guys that can move a little bit better. And then also, he is 29 years old, turning 30 years old. And he's pretty powerful. For a guy that moves as well as he does, he definitely has power to him. Now, in terms of his Pro Football Focus grades, the last 2 years have been his best years. Last season, he graded as the 10th best guard in all of football, with the 10th best pass block grade, the 10th best overall grade, and the 17th best run blocking grade. In 2021, his grade was actually better last year than it was this year, and the Philadelphia Eagles have had the best offensive line in football the last 2 years, in my opinion. 2020, he was a fairly average player, but in 2018 and 2019, he was a darn good player. Top 30 in 2018, top 20 in 2019. And pretty much throughout his entire career, he has been an above average starter, and I would say a very good guard. So a pass blocker, a run blocker, an equally strong guard. There were some guards out there that were really good pass blockers, like Ben Powers, that may be a little bit weaker in the run game. There were guys like Nate Davis, really good in the run game, not as good in the pass game. And Connor McGovern was another one. Really good pass blocker, not as good run blocker. But Issac Seumalo, the one that really was the best for my money, is the one that was most complete. Maybe that has to also do with his age, as he's maybe a little bit closer to 30 than those other guys, but I think he's a good player, and I think he's going to help the Pittsburgh Steelers because one of their biggest weaknesses over the last few years has been their offensive line play, and he's going to help open up lanes for Najee Harris, and he's also going to help protect the young quarterback Kenny Pickett. So it does make sense. Now, if there is some concern to Issac Seumalo's game, it may be injuries. In 2021 and 2020, he wasn't exactly active all the time. He only played 3 games in 2021, and he only played 9 games in 2020. Now, besides that, he did play a complete season in 2019 and a complete season in 2022, which enabled him to get paid. But I think he's a good player as long as he can stay healthy, and hopefully paying him at 29-ish years old, he isn't past his prime. I think he's got 2 to 3 years left, as the contract suggests, being a darn good player. Now, maybe being in a different situation, no Jason Kelce around him, that maybe that hurts him a little bit, but I'd expect top 20 guard play from him next year. So how does this work for Pittsburgh? I think, honestly, they just wanted to strengthen their offensive line, and they're going to play the 5 best players, whoever that may be. They're going to find the best 5 from left to right, and they're going to play them. And that's going to be point blank, period. I don't think they wanted to pay the tackle money that a Mike McGlinchey made or Orlando Brown made. And I think they would have rather attacked that guard market and try to maybe pick up a bit of a steal. Because like I said, the guard market right now is undervalued. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Some of these guys are going for far less money than they probably should, considering guys that are fairly average to me, like Mike McGlinchey, are making bank at right tackle. So not much else has to be said here. Very good player that's capable of upgrading Pittsburgh, and intriguing fit to see how they use the rest of their depth on the offensive line to formulate their 5 to protect Kenny Pickett moving forward. Thank you guys for watching. Gronk, spike the like button. Subscribe for more. It's Mitch. Peace.